morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Wow, it's been a week since starting week read with me, and just look how fast a week passes on by. But thankful that God has given us another year of life. So good morning. Good morning. Today is we're honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And so this MLK Day of Service, many of us have our kiddos at home. I do pray that you take this day to review past videos of Dr. King's speeches and those that worked tirelessly, with him, uh, and all the others, right? He is really the symbolism of so many unsung heroes as well. And so I pray that you um, take this day as an intentional day of service. If you uh, also could attend your local MLK celebration, if you are having one in your community, but there are multiple ways. Also, I think it would benefit a lot of people, uh, uh, black and white. But I think it would be beneficial if you look at some other speeches that you're not familiar with to see the totality of who Dr. King was. So, um, yeah, it's a great day of to learn more and to reflect on his great legacy. All right, so it is the last Monday, the seventh day of Read With Me. I am just thankful, unless the Lord prompts me to do this again. This is our final day for Read With Me. I just want to say how grateful I am that God nudged me to do this. It taught me a level of discipline I didn't even realize I needed. There were days to where I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just maybe start a little later, pre-record, but I am so glad that I followed through with meeting you here at 6 a.m. Um, so just all things, I thank God that He really also just sharpened me that this is about the audience of one. And so I do pray that this will, and I know it will because He will not allow me to do things that are in vain. And so I pray that I did already have one testimony, so I'm grateful for that. And I continue to pray that God will anchor me, that I always remember that it's an audience of one, even though it's live, but it's always ensuring that I honor the giver of the assignment above all else. God honors our obedience, and so thank you for joining. If you will be so intentional as well. If you missed any of the replays, they will be uploaded to YouTube after this, and I'll continue to reshare them so you can go back and listen and let the just word and just have a great jump start to your day. All of these decrees are anchored in derived from When I Awake, I Decree, my 366-day devotional that is a supplement to your daily reading to start your word with an exciting, powerful prophetic word to speak over your day. And I've always just wanted to ensure that we start with what is a decree. And a decree is a spoken declaration of God's truth. It's and it's our using our voice that declares that whatever we speak, it must happen. So the word tells us that life and death are in the power of the tongue. And what we consistently speak shapes what we walk in. And so, with that, I want to jumpstart us into today's decree. So it's 366 days. We are going to read from Decree 350. And so Decree 350 says, I decree and declare, I lead a praying life like Jesus. I seek God for all my answers. This decree is derived from Luke 5:16. But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. So I will read this again. I decree and declare, I lead a praying life like Jesus. I seek God for all my answers. Good morning. Uh, Prayer is not optional, especially if you are a believer. For the believer, let me say that again. Prayer is not optional, it is essential. We must be intentional to pray about everything and leave nothing to chance. You know, even in our Christian journey, we may have times, or especially early on, we ask ourselves, why do we have to pray? Uh, Knowing that God is sovereign, He's all powerful, He already knows what's going to happen, He has already worked out the fulfillment of our lives. And the simple answer to that is relationship. So just like I'm a mother of five, and if you're a mother or if you work with children, but especially if you are a parent, you may already know what your child needs and may already be planning to provide, but you still enjoy having the conversation with your child, wanting to talk to them. They're asking you different things, and then wanting to hear their hearts and to build a level of trust with them. Well, God desires that same relationship with His children, with us. He wants conversation, He wants communion, He wants closeness as well. And because we are made in His image and likeness, and because of the finished work of Jesus, we have already been given authority and access. Prayer is our gateway to heaven in with that communion and that relationship. It is how we partner with God on this side of heaven. So today our declaration is rooted that we do not know it all, that our lives are anchored in a relationship with our Father. So we lead a praying life. We seek God for every answer. We look to Him for every solution. And this journey is a journey that we will always be on until one day we're with Him. Continually saying yes to God's way and finding those answers in prayer. That yes becomes easier as we grow in intimacy with God, even when we don't fully understand, because we trust that all things truly work out for the good of those who love God. Prayer not is not only for the big things as well. God's will, teaching, His healing, His restoration, praying for our nation, and yes, please pray for our nation, but also for the everyday things, like asking, Father, who can I bless on today? Lord, help me in this conversation. I'm feeling a little annoyed or upset. God, my words, my tone, my temperament. I've literally had to pray that these last couple of days because of some things going on with my children and not wanting to be mama bear in my fullness. And so I've had to submit that in prayer. Protect us for protection for us as we travel. We're walking in the park, and so asking God to cover us, that we avoid injury, that we don't come into spider bites or poison ivy, like all of these things that we think that we cannot or should not, or they're too small. We are to carry everything to God in prayer. And so, my encouragement to you on this morning from Decree 50, again, I will say, I decree and declare, I lead a praying life like Jesus. I seek God for all my answers. Seek God above everything and anything. Do I move? Am I in the right city? What are you speaking for 2026? What is my next assignment? And God will answer. He confirms it through His word. He sends His ministers and prophets and servants. You will hear it made, the answer repeated, or sometimes you hear things and there's a peace that comes over you that that's it. And you will sense that peace and that knowing. And so today, I thank you for joining me. I pray that you have a renewed desire to take everything to God in prayer, and that we seek God's voice and God's will over our lives above anything else. And I also pray that if you have not ordered When I Awake, I Decree, that you will go, and the link is in the comments, that you will order this book. You will get it for others as well, but that you will start your day speaking positive and knowing that God is for you and that He loves you, and uh, build relationship with Him, because in the end, that's what is going to matter above all. So thank you for joining. Have a blessed day. I do again encourage you to watch past videos and hear sermons or read articles about Dr. King and the many individuals who literally gave their blood, sweat, and tears for the cause of justice, and whose movement inspired worldwide movements. The civil rights movement was a jump start for many other movements around the globe because of their tenacity, discipline, commitment. And so we need to honor that. And also, the history that we do not appreciate is the history that others will try to erase. And so it is good for us to appreciate our forefathers and our foremothers. So thank you again. You all have a blessed day. Don't forget, order the book.